Tyrone are without full-back Justin McMahon. He's ruled out through injury. Mark Donnelly gets his first taste of championship action at 14. There's no room in the side for Owen Mulligan or Kevin Hughes. Joe McMahon has made a miraculous recovery from a broken jaw. He's on the bench. 12 months is a long time in sport. Just ask Monaghan. Only 7 of this team faced Tyrone last year. 6 make their first starts in the championship. Household names like Tommy Freeman and Rory Woods have moved on. Vinnie Corrie has been forced out through injury. This is Stephen Goligly surging forward for Monaghan, looking for a blue jersey. Picks out Conor McManus. McManus turns onto the right boot, goes for the big one and gets it. Well, many people have written this Monaghan team off before a ball was even kicked, but they've made a terrific start here at Healy Park. Great work here from Conor McManus. He just slots it over. They lead 2-1. Philip Jordan pushes it on to Kavanagh, and Tyrone come forward menacing. This could be a scoring chance for Kavanagh, and it is. Takes the point. And I can tell you, Shawnee Kavanagh took a heavy challenge as soon as he unleashed that shot on target. Coming forward now is Conor Gormley, the centre-half back. Play on, says the referee. Looked like Gormley took a heavy challenge. Kavanagh gets back up on his feet and sends it in. Both sets of players finding it difficult to hold on to possession. It opens up here for Brian McGuigan, scoring chance! Well, satisfied with the point, but certainly there was a goal-scoring opportunity for Tyrone here. Patient build-up from Tyrone, and McGuigan just stole in, had a glimpse of goal, takes his point. One between them, Monaghan lead, 4-3. 13 minutes gone in Omagh. Good early ball, and picked out here by the debutant. This is Mark Donnelly opening up for him. Goal scoring chance for Tyrone. A great challenge and taken away by the wing back Conor Galligan. Great defending by Monaghan. Certainly a goal scoring chance for Tyrone. Great work here by Donnelly. Just fed it in there. Tried to pick out. What a great challenge that was from Desimone. Coming forward, Kieran Duffy, a brother of Owen. Neil McAdam coughs up possession, and Peter Hart takes it away. A player with lots of potential. Sends it into a man, Stephen O'Neill, with a wonderful reputation. They have the goal. Brian McGuigan reels away in celebration for Tyrone. Terrific work by Stephen O'Neill, and he just drilled it past the debutant keeper, Mark Keogh, and Tyrone have seized the advantage. Well, all 4 midfielders are now in yellow cards. Sean Kavanagh and Dick Clerkin are the latest players to enter the referee's notebook. And it's turning into one of those niggly little games now. I know conditions now making life difficult for either side. So Tyrone on top in midfield. Kavanagh sends it forward. The challenge coming in from Moan. Brian McGuigan holds on to possession, tries to shrug off the challenge there of Desimone, and the decision goes against McGuigan on that occasion, and maybe he vents some frustration by throwing the ball on the deck. Well, Dick Clerkin looks like he's gone. A red card for Dick Clerkin, a second yellow card, and Monaghan lose their captain. And he's picked up 2 yellow cards in the space of maybe 90 seconds. We'll spot this again. Kavanagh released the ball, and Clerkin stopped the run of Kavanagh, and the linesman spotted it. Coming forward here, Tyrone again. This is Mark Donnelly. Going back there to challenge was Conor Galligan. This is a scoring opportunity for Stephen O'Neill. Difficult angle. Well, dogged by injury last season, again this year in the league, but this is what he's so good at. A real quality player, a classy strike, and Tyrone's lead now 1-7 to 5 points. Coming forward now, Monaghan have possession, goal-scoring chance, and the ball was in there to Darren Hughes and took the shot at goal and felt he's won a penalty. Well, they don't get it on this occasion. The referee is given the free. This was Darren Hughes coming forward, and he was pushed there by Davy Hart, the Tyrone player, just outside the penalty area. Well, Monaghan don't have the penalty, they have the free, and that one is just tapped over there by Conor McManus. But it's an important score. It's their first in 20 minutes, and approaching half-time, they reduce the deficit. Tyrone still lead 1-7 to 6 points. Long ball in. Desi Moan kicks that one, breaks for McManus, and now Neil McAdam. Back there is Kavanagh. Good challenge as the referee. Play continues. Chance here for Chris McGuinness. Lost control at the vital moment. Well, that could have been a very important passage of play for Monaghan. Tyrone have it back. Coming forward here now, Brian McGuigan. Dances around the challenge of the centre-back Desi Moan. And now this is Mark Donnelly, 27, but making his championship debut, and Donnelly is fouled. It's a penalty, no question about it. The referee goes straight to the spot, puts his arms out straight. A penalty kick for Tyrone. This challenge was outside the area. Now, was this a penalty? Pulled back by Galligan. Martin Penrose facing the debutant Mark Keogh. The rain lashing down, and Martin Penrose run and misses. He's blazed it wide. Mark Keogh didn't have to make the save, and that is a big let-off for Monaghan. He sent the keeper the wrong way. It wasn't even close. And now Kavanagh, he's got a little bit of space opening up in front of him. Kicks it forward. Stephen O'Neill with acres of space, and he'll work this one in. Scoring opportunity for Tyrone, and it comes to Kavanagh, and he slots that one over. Another point for Kavanagh. The kick out is won by Monaghan. This is Mark Downey now. Floats it in there, trying to pick out McManus. Scoring opportunity. It's a penalty. Good ball in, and it's Ryan McMenamin, in fact, with the challenge. Carlin there in attendance too. And this could throw Monaghan a lifeline. So Darren Hughes, a man who wore the number 1 in last year's Ulster final, taking this penalty kick. Into the back of the net it goes, and the game is on. Darren Hughes sends the goalkeeper, Pascal McConnell, the wrong way, and just slots it in to the corner. Lovely take, and Monaghan are back in this. Midway through the second half. This is James Turley running into some trouble. Good rob though. His pocket picked by Brian McGuigan. In it comes to Stephen O'Neill. Tyrone looking now to the more experienced heads just to settle the ship. And another fine score from a wonderful marksman. Well, certainly one of the best players we've ever seen in Tyrone jersey. Has had his problems with injury, but just when the pressure comes on, Stephen O'Neill settles their nerves with a fine score. Back it comes here to Colm Kavanagh. Kavanagh for Tyrone, looking for some options. Floats it out there, good ball to Jordan. And now Mulligan, only on the field a matter of moments, and Owen Mulligan fires it over. Great work by Tyrone. Stephen O'Neill very involved here. Great ball across the field, picked out this man eventually. And this is a real classy score from the man from Cookstown. This is Gormley. Colm Kavanagh now. Just chips it forward towards Stephen O'Neill, who gets around his marker. And Duffy gets back there. Great work, though, by O'Neill. Keeps it in play around 2 players and taps it over. Well, that's the difference between the sides. A little bit of cuteness here from O'Neill. Quality pick-up. Got around 1 man around the second, sold the dummy, and takes the safe option, fires it over. This is Darren Hughes, and Darren Hughes with the shot on goal, and Darren Hughes with the point. 3 between them again. Tyrone lead 113 to 110. And Tyrone are in a little bit of difficulty here. They've coughed up possession. Back it comes to Paul Finlay. Chance to kick it, and he's done it. Well, this could be very interesting. 14-man Monaghan are just 2 kicks of the ball away from Tyrone. Just over a minute, plus additional time to go. This is McMenamin, Owen Mulligan now. And it's the more experienced players coming to the fore for... Well, Monaghan in real trouble here again, and we could have another red card here. A very high challenge there coming in by the Monaghan man. Things getting very ugly here in the dying moments in Healy Park. And the referee is going through the cards, and it's a red card for Desimone. Monaghan down to 13 men. Well, this is the challenge, and you really can't excuse that sort of a challenge. Well, the referee decides to blow it up. There's the final whistle in Omagh. Ugly scenes in Omagh at the death here, but it's Tyrone who advanced to an Ulster semi-final. This match packed with incident, but I suppose the 2 sendings off for Monaghan really cost them dear in the end. It's Tyrone who'll go on and play either Donegal or Cavan in the Ulster semi-final. They've won out here by 113 to 111.
Very disappointed, obviously, to lose, but we're very, very happy with, you know, the performance in the second half, especially when we're down to 14 men. It's very difficult in those circumstances, but and especially on a day like today, to try and string good passes together. But very, very pleased with the way that we worked and the way that we tried very, very hard through the second half.
What's next for your team?
Well, obviously the qualifiers, you know, regroup, try and get together, but we are in a rebuilding process. There was, I think, 8 men in total played the first game in Ulster Championship football today, so it's a positive to run Tyrone to 2 points, but certainly they showed a wee bit extra craft in the end to win the game, but wouldn't be totally happy with everything that I saw out there today.
Okay, we'll chat about that in a broad sense, Tony. He was reasonably happy with Monaghan, and they only had 14, as he said, for the second half. 2-point win for Tyrone. Was it a good performance from Tyrone?
I think Tyrone deserved their victory in horrible conditions. That's the first thing to say. The conditions were really atrocious. But it was great football for drama, really. You had a penalty score, a penalty missed, 2 red cards, 14 yellow cards. It had everything you want for drama. It lacked quality at times. Tyrone lacked discipline. They gave away a lot of scores. Dick Clerkin got sent off
Monaghan,
after.
you mean, or Tyrone?
Yeah,
Monaghan,
Tyrone gave away the freeze, and Monaghan
right.
kicked them all, you know. Dick Clerkin got sent off after 30 minutes, and that had a huge bearing on the outcome of the game, because Dick Clerkin's in the middle of the field, and that's where they really thought they'd dominate.
And only 3 points from play for Monaghan.
Yeah, 111 from frees, a penalty, and 8 frees. And I suppose that's what I was speaking about. It's the fouls that Tyrone gave away. I know the conditions were to blame for some of it, but it showed a lot of lack of discipline. But Tyrone's main players played really well. Stephen O'Neill, Conor Gormley, and Brian McGuigan. They're the old lads coming back to play well.
And they're still
as good as ever. Yeah.
Fit. Okay. Now the red card was a big talking point, obviously.
Yeah, 30 minutes into the game, Dick Clerkin got his marching orders, and I suppose the cameras didn't pick up the first incident on display. We don't see it. Himself and Sean Cavan are together, and they both get a yellow card now. It's a bit like the Tomas O'Shea incident a few weeks ago. We didn't pick that up. We haven't got the images on this, and this is what he got sent off for. And really, I think Monaghan can feel a bit aggrieved about this, because Dick Clerkin didn't actually change his body position. Sean Cavan had jumped into him. So I don't think that's a yellow card.
Kevin?
Yeah, that's a very tough one on Dick Clerkin. You know, The first one we don't know, obviously, we don't have the pictures.
Yeah.
But the second one, Dick holds his lane or holds his ground, as it were, and Sean Kavanagh actually jumps in. Sean Kavanagh is anticipating a belt that never comes, you know, and jumps off his feet. In fact, one could call him for charging to a certain degree. But to get a yellow, this has been a feature of the weekend, actually. Any earlier weeks, a lot of very soft yellows are being given out in the championship, and this is what it ends up. Once you get a yellow and you carry it, you're in trouble.
All right, and a huge disadvantage, obviously, for Monaghan arising from that. But you mentioned, Tony, how the old guard shone today for Tyrone.
I thought they were really good. Everyone's talking about the young guys and where are they of the 3 All-Ireland minor winners in the last 10 years. But we know now from today that, look, it's probably picked on form and you have to be better than these guys that are on the team. And Stephen O'Neill today, I thought, was magnificent in his play. Conor Gormley, as I mentioned, was magnificent as well. But here he is. And Colin Walsh is trying to give him a bit of lip before the game.
That went on for ages.
That went on
Walsh,
for quite a while. But I suppose the best answer for that is to still play football. And here we have Brian McGuigan picking the goal off. But right through the game, Stephen was fantastic. His vision, his kicking off his left, his support play, you know, right through the game. And this is something I picked Marty Clark last week, but this is just as good, if not better. This should be packed away in the National Archives as something of beauty. Beautiful score with his right fist. Make it a bit of a dummy of the defenders, really, but you must have supreme skill to do that.
So Tyrone as Ulster contenders?
Listen, Tyrone are definitely Ulster contenders. They showed a bit of hunger that we thought they might lack today. Certainly they'll be good. For Monaghan, the back door beckons for him. They did okay today. They were just a small bit off it.
Nobody will want to get Monaghan, Kevin, I'd imagine, in the back door.
I wouldn't have thought so because, you know, we know they're very sticky and they are a team in transition. But for a team in transition to come within 2 of Tyrone there on 14 men says a lot for them. It'll say a lot about their character. Can they regroup in time? That's the key.
OK, the draw will tell a lot, of course, and that takes place next week. That's it for part 1 of the programme. Stay with us, though. We've lost just under 42,000. The Dubs, hot favourites, but could Laois upset the odds? Let's find out. Commentary is